Welcome back to Melody Guitar Book 3. This book focuses on reading and playing melodies in standard music notation. You can watch all these videos for free, but it's going to be a lot easier to learn if you have your own copy of Melody Guitar 3 that you can read from and write in. Plus, you can help support a music teacher, so I'll leave a link in the description. We're on page 57. We have the Sailor's Hornpipe. This is the last melody in this section of the book, and then we move on to the next section. 1, 2, ready, play. On page 57, we have just one melody. This is number 124, the Sailor's Hornpipe. It's in 2/4 time. It's marked lively, which doesn't give you a specific metronome marking. The playthrough was at chord equals 75, which doesn't seem that lively until you consider all of these 16th notes. We have no key signature. This puts us in the key of C major, and we do have some repeats to watch out for. Look at the end of the second line. We have a backward repeat. There is no forward repeat, so we jump all the way back to the beginning of the first line. So we play those first two lines twice, and notice we have another repeated section in the last two lines. There's a repeat at the very end. That repeat takes you back to the beginning of the third line. We begin with two 16th note pickups. That'll be counted 1 and 2 and a 1 and 2. So that second full measure counting is 1E and 2 and a 1. And you can make it a little easier on yourself by doing a little bit of sweep picking. The E, the G, and the C are all on separate strings, so you can just pick down, down, down. Same here, you can pick down, 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 down. And then here in the beginning of the second line, we have a sequence. A sequence is a little fragment of music or a pattern that you can take and then just move it up, move it down. In this case, our pattern is a little 4-note descending pattern, and that little fragment repeats. So we have this 4-note fragment here, similar fragment here, but just starting on an A, similar fragment starting on an F, and same here starting on a D. Recognizing sequences in your music can help you anticipate what's coming next and make music reading just a little bit easier. So here's our sequence. So those last two measures of the second line, we've got a hammer on from E to an F. Line 3 can be challenging. It skips around a lot, but I'm going to show you a way that make it a little bit easier. We have a couple 16th notes, a G and an F, and then we have this little number. So here I'm just holding my first finger down on the C, second finger down on the E. This essentially is a partial C chord. So I don't really need to move my fingers there. I just plant them and then just hopefully pick the right strings. And then A, F, F, then an A and a G. Now while I'm playing this 16th note G, I use that little bit of time to shift over one fret. It might be a little tricky to grab this at first, but if you're able to, grab this F sharp with your third finger, this A with your first finger, and this D with your second finger. And if you're able to do that, you can play that measure without having to move a finger. The trick is grabbing that in the first place. So you play your A, and this is the measure before. You play your A while you're playing the G. That's when you get ready to plant your fingers for this measure. And then the fourth line is the exact same as the second line. Your assignment is to practice the sailor's hornpipe on page 57. As always, work on keeping a steady tempo by playing along with the video or play to a metronome so you can choose your own tempo. And don't forget to order your own copy of Melody Guitar 3. The link is in the description. Take your time with this, and then when you're ready, I'll see you on page 58. You're going to learn how to count and play 16th notes in time signatures such as 3/8, 6/8, and 9/8.